Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
I want to show my drawing.
Okay. One minute. Actually, I have already shared in the YouTube. I think now you cannot show. After the class, you will show. Okay. Already it came to YouTube live. That is the reason you cannot show it now. After the class, you show us. Okay. Can you see my slides?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes. It is already 9:03, so we'll have little kirtan. And then we'll start the class. Okay. Namah Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Bharavani Pracharini Nirvisesha Sunyapati Pasata Desatarini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, everybody. Yes. So my screen is visible clearly.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, my voice
Yes,
is clear.
Prabhuji.
No? My voice
Yes,
is
Prabhuji.
clear. Okay. So today is 8th chapter. So in this 8th chapter, you will get little information about some of the doubts that there about life and death. So what will happen after death? How will get another body? Who will decide that body? Some of the answers you'll get that. Some of the questions you'll get the answer today in 8th chapter. So let's start. Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanasalakaya Chakshurunmolitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Nama Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Prasarini Nirvisesa Sunyabadi Pazatya Desatarini. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So welcome everybody to chapter 8, that is called Akhsara Brahma Yoga, attaining the Supreme. So in the last chapter, Krishna had told about some of the confidential knowledge. So one of them is, so there is no truth superior to me, Krishna told. I am the ultimate truth. There is no truth superior to me. And second thing he told, everything rests on me like balls are in the string. So that is called everything, either spiritual or material, rest on Krishna. So these are the things he told yesterday. So now, today is the Akshara Brahma Yoga, attaining the Supreme. Little more knowledge about Krishna. Little more knowledge about our spiritual life. Yes, somebody read the read this translation.
Events, you can read the translation.
Yes.
Yeah. How can those engaged in devotional service know you at the time of death?
Yeah, so now this is the question from Arjun to Krishna, that how can those engaged in devotional service know you at the time of death? That means death is very painful as per Shastra. So it is very, very painful. So Arjun is telling, okay, person will do the devotional service throughout the life. So how he can able to understand Krishna or remember Krishna at the time of death? How it is possible? So now Krishna will tell how it is possible and what will happen if you remember Krishna, because somebody may remember some other thing, may remember some family members, may remember some house, some non-living things. Okay, so if somebody remember other thing, what will happen? If somebody will remember Krishna at the time of death, then what will happen? So 8.5, अंतकाले च मामेव स्मरन् मुक्ता कलेबरम् य प्रयसि समद्भाव यति नास्ति यत्र संशयः. Yes, somebody read the translation.
Advait, you can read the translation.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Hare Krishna, read that.
And whoever at the time of death quits his body, remembering me alone, at
Yes, your voice is not coming. Hello. So at once attain my nature. Of this there is no doubt. That means whoever at the time of death quits his body, remembering me alone, at once attain my nature. Of there is no doubt. That means at the time of death, if somebody remember Krishna, then he will go to the spiritual world immediately. You will attain my nature, means you will be spiritual. Your body will be spiritual. Everything will be spiritual. Okay, because Krishna nature is spiritual. Janma, karma, chyame, divyam. Everything, me, my body, my birth, my work, everything is spiritual. Divyam. Okay. So, can anybody tell this picture? Who is this?
Shashank,
Yeah.
you can.
Anyone tell what is the scene going on here?
I have unmuted Shashank. No,
Yeah.
he is not unmuting. So, Vaishnavi, you can.
Yes. Anyone is there?
Yes, Prabhuji. And whoever at the time of death
No, I'm asking this.
quits his body, remembering me alone, at once attains my nature. Of this there is no doubt.
Oh, yes. Okay. So I'm asking this one.
Sir, he is. I don't remember his name.
Who knows this? Anyone knows this picture?
Vinayak, you can.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
This is Bhishma Pitamaha.
Yes. So this is at the time of death. When Mahabharata were finished, Mr. Pitama is going to leave the body because his work is over. Now this Hastinapur is secured in the hand of um, Yudhishthir. Okay. So all the Pandavas came to meet him. Now he is Krishna, Lord Krishna. So at the time of death, what happened? He was thinking about Krishna and he has given a beautiful prayer to Krishna because he knew that Krishna is the Supreme Personality Godhead. So at the time of death, everybody has to think about the Krishna. So he has given a beautiful prayer and he's remember the Krishna and he left the body. Okay, so definitely they will be going to the spiritual world directly. Okay. Now, these are the things we are doing throughout the life, hearing about the Lord, chanting and remembering. So once we'll do this throughout the life, then it is possible to remember Krishna at the time of death. Otherwise, remembering Krishna at the time of death is not possible. Somebody are asking that if somebody doing all the sinful activity throughout their life, at the time of death, they will remember Krishna, whether they will go to the spiritual world. Now, if somebody is doing the sinful activity throughout the life, it is not possible to remember Krishna at the time of death. For that, you need to prepare. You have to, like your exam you are preparing now, throughout the year you have to read, then only you will be able to write in the exam. If you are just reading at the end of the session, then you will not able to write. You will fail in the exam. Similarly, if you are doing this thing throughout the life, then it is possible to remember Krishna. Otherwise, it's not possible. Yeah. Yam yam yapi smaran vava tyajyanti ante kalevaram tam tam evaiti kantaya sada tad bhava bhavitaha. Yes, somebody read the
Hare
translation.
Krishna Adya, please unmute yourself.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Whatever state of being one remembers when he quits his body, that state he will attain without fail.
Yes, so that means work will decide your next life. That means whatever work you have done throughout the life or more attachment, some work you have done with more attachment, definitely that will come at the end of your life. That will come to your mind. And similarly, you will get a body. Okay, so two things here Krishna told about the death. One is at the time of death, who remember Krishna, he will directly go to the spiritual world. Number one. Number two, suppose somebody is not able to think about Krishna, whatever thing he will think, then he will attend the body similarly. For an example, there is one beautiful story here you can see. One person is just dying and he is seeing a deer. Okay, means he is thinking about a deer. So in the next life he got a deer body. So this is the story of Bharat Maharaj, after whose name our country name is Bharatvarsh or India. India is named after his name, Bharatvarsh. So his name is Bharat Maharaj. You can see he is the Bharat Maharaj. So during doing all the sacrifice and all, he just deviated. He is just taking care of his thinking about this deer. So what is that story? Actually, it's a small story of Srimad Bhagavatam. Bharat Maharaj was a great king and a great devotee also. So once he has finished his work, then he's wanted to take the sannyasa. So when his prescribed duty finished, he has taken the sannyasa, went to the forest and constructed a hut, and there started doing the devotional service. So one day what happened, he was going for bath to a river, and suddenly one lion was chasing a deer, and that deer was pregnant. So what happened, because of fear, deer jumped into the water, and because of fear what happened, he delivered the baby and he had died. So after that, the Bharat Maharaj seen the small baby is floating in the water. He became very compassionate, because it is the duty of everyone to save, to be compassionate, to help others. So he became compassionate, and he took this small baby deer into his ashram. He has taken care, given the food, and he has given the protection. And after that, slowly this deer became older. Slowly this deer became older, and during all these activities, he got attached to the deer. Every time he was thinking about the deer. Even he was deviated from the path of devotional service. While doing all the devotional activities, he was thinking about the deer. So this is the mistake. Then what happened? Because deer is a forest animal, he cannot stay like this. One day night, Bharat Maharaj came to this ashram and seeing that deer is not there. So he became very sad and roaming here and there in the forest and searching the deer. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? So while searching in the night, what happened? He slipped and fall down from this mountain, and directly he died. But at the time of death, what happened? He was thinking about the same deer. So as per the rule, if you think whatever at the end of your life, you'll get the similar body. So what happened exactly? He became a deer in the next life. Okay. So because he was thinking about the deer at the time of death, so he became a deer. But here, one important thing is that Bharat Maharaj is a very great devotee of Lord Vishnu. So that is the reason, or Krishna, that is the reason Krishna given the opportunity that in the deer body also he was able to know what happened, why he became the deer. So what mistake he has done. And he has realized that this is the mistake I have done. And in the deer body also he was able to do the devotional service. He was thinking about the Lord Krishna always. Okay. So because of practicing, thinking about the Lord in the deer body, next life again he became a human being in the form of Jada Bharata. Jada Bharata. So he was just like deaf and dumb, always practicing spiritual activities, always thinking about Krishna. So after that, he got liberation. So that means from this story, you can understand that during the time of death, whatever state you will think, your body, you'll get a body like that. And it is not possible that throughout the life you will do some other thing and you will think some other thing forcibly. It's not possible. So whatever work you have done throughout the life, definitely that will come to your mind at the time of death. So ultimately, your work will decide your next life. Okay. Yeah. Somebody read this translation.
Please unmute yourself.
Yeah.
Therefore, Arjuna, you should always think of me in the form of Krishna, and at the same time carry out your prescribed duty of fighting. With your activities dedicated to me and your mind and intelligence fixed on me, you will attain me without doubt.
Yes. So now Krishna is telling two important things. You have to think about me. Second thing is that you have to do your prescribed duty. Because Arjuna is Kshatriya, prescribed duty is fighting. So Arjuna cannot leave the war and go. His going means he is committing a sin because he's not doing his prescribed duty. Like a student, the prescribed duty is reading. If you will tell, I don't read and I'll go to the forest and do meditation. No, it's a sinful activity. If I'll go to a temple and do the devotional service, I don't do my prescribed duty. No, it's sinful activities. So what you have to do? First, you have to finish your prescribed duty. Then you can go for and take the full-time devotional service. There is no problem. But if the Arjuna is a Brahmin, then Krishna may be allowing, okay, you can leave the war and go and sit and do the devotional service completely. But Arjuna is not Brahmin. He's Kshatriya. His prescribed duty is fighting. So he will have to fight first. Then after that, he will do the devotional service. But Krishna is telling, while fighting also, you have to think about me. Dedicate everything to me so that you won't have any sin. So fighting with your activities dedicated to me and your mind and intelligence fixed on me, you will attain me without doubt. So you do your prescribed duty, at the same time you think about me. So definitely you will come to me. So Krishna is giving assurance to Arjuna. Definitely you will come to me. Just do what I am telling. So begin your devotional service at the childhood itself. Now, can anybody tell who is the small child? Previously, I have shown this picture to you.
Satvik, you can unmute yourself.
Yes? Anyone can tell who is the small child?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Hare Krishna. Do you know who is the small child? Yes, Hare Krishna. Can you tell? I have shown you this picture in the first class. I think you have not remembered. Anyone else?
Arav, Hare Krishna, please unmute yourself.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I know who he is. He is A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada.
Yes, very good. So at the childhood of Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, okay, so he was a very small child. That time he developed a love for Krishna and Radha. And he wanted to do car festival, Rath Yatra. Rath Yatra is for the Jagannath, Balabhadra and Subhadra. Jagannath is none other than Krishna. Okay, he wanted to do car festival. He requested his father and father agreed and given a chariot for him. And he along with another few other small kids nearby, they were doing the Rath Yatra every year. Many people are also attending that. So that means he has started the devotional service from the childhood. That is the reason he could able to do all these activities. He is the founder actually of ISKCON. He could able to do it at the age of 70 years. Okay, For 70 years, he has gone to United States of America. There he started the ISKCON, International Society of Krishna Consciousness. At the same age and still more age, he has constructed 108 temples throughout the world, which is quite impossible without mercy of Krishna. At the age of 70, after 2 heart attacks, somebody able to do 108 throughout the world is amazing. It's next to impossible without mercy of Krishna. And because he has started the devotional service at the childhood, he could able to do many amazing things. So this is our mantra of Kali Yuga. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yes, somebody read this.
Rick, please unmute yourself. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Hare Krishna, please read this. Hello.
Okay, he's having network issue. So, Ashwarya, you can read.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. He who meditates on the Supreme Personality of Godhead, his mind constantly engaged in remembering me, undeviated from the path, he, O Partha Arjun, is sure to reach me.
Yeah, so same thing Krishna is telling. Who meditate on the Supreme Personality Godhead, his mind constantly engaged in remembering me, undeviated from the path, sure to reach me. Okay, so definitely somebody practicing this throughout the life, at the end of the life, he will be able to think about Krishna. So if he is able to think about Krishna, so definitely he will go to Krishna love. Okay. Yes, somebody read this.
Gaurav, please unmute yourself. Hare Krishna.
One should meditate upon the Supreme Person as the one who knows everything. He is the maintainer of everything.
Yes, so we have to meditate on Krishna in his personal form. You can see this is the Syamasundara form of Krishna, that is the original form. It has been described by Brahmadev also, confirmed by Brahmadev in Brahma Samhita. The Syamasundara form of Lord Krishna is the original form. So we have to meditate on this form. So better, you can meditate on any form, even you can meditate on Narayana form, Lord Rama form, but always it is better to meditate on the original form of Lord Krishna, that is the Syamasundara form. Okay, and we should know that he is the Supreme Person, one who knows everything, means he is full of knowledge and is maintainer of everything. So he is maintaining each and every individual either in the material and spiritual world. So who knows this thing and do the meditation, so definitely he will come to Krishna love. So there are a few questions here. Who is God? Krishna is the God. Why Krishna is the God? Because, can anybody tell why Krishna is God?
He has given.
Varshita, unmute yourself.
Why Krishna is God? Why not some other God, demigods?
I think because he means he meditate in his before Janma. That's why Lord Narayana has take the form of him in the other Janma.
No. Lord Krishna is the supreme. Okay, he expanded at Lord Narayana. So how to know that Krishna is supreme and he is the God? Because the God means there is only one God. Okay, so he has got many forms, but God is one for everyone. But why Krishna is the God? Because it has been confirmed by many Vedic literature. It has been proved, and Lord Brahmadev in his Brahma Samhita himself told that Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarvakarana Karana. So to whom we are telling Ishvara, the God, is none other than Krishna. Ishvara Parama Krishna is none other than Krishna. Okay, so here Narayan Brahmadev is confirming. At the same time, Krishna is also telling in Srimad Bhagavad Gita that I am the Supreme, I am the God, everything rests on me, everything emanates from me. Okay, so there is no truth beyond me, that means I am the Supreme. So from here you can understand Krishna is the God. Who is he a person? He is a person. Yes, he is a person. He is not energy or light. Okay, because energy and light are non-living things. Krishna cannot be non-living. He is the life for many people and every people. So that's why he cannot be energy light. He is a person. He has a very good Syama Sundara, very beautiful form. Okay, so you can see Syama Sundara form. We should meditate on that form only. So this again, how to know Krishna form is Syama Sundara form? Again, it has been proved, it has been accepted, it has been confirmed in the Vedic literature like Brahma Samhita. Lord Rama himself told about the beautiful form of Lord Krishna. Okay, there is a sloka in 30th sloka of Brahma Samhita. Benu Kanantam Aravinda Dalaya Taksham Barehabatam Sam Asitam Buddha Sundarangam Sandar Prakoti Kamani Somam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So he has described very beautifully about the personal form of Krishna, the Syama Sundara form, okay, which he has seen after meditating 100 years after his birth. So here you can see all the demigods headed by Lord Brahmadev are meditating on Lord Vishnu. Any problem comes, Brahmadev take all the demigods and they worship Lord Vishnu, meditate on Vishnu, so that Vishnu will give some solution. Similarly, this is Lord Shiva. He is always meditating on the Sankarsana form of Lord. Sankarsana form of Lord Krishna. Okay, first Krishna's expansion is Vasudev, Sankarsana, Aniruddha and Pradyumna. 4 expansion first. So one of them is Sankarsana and Lord Shiva is meditating always on that form. You can see here all the demigod, goddess and Lord Shiva, they're worshipping Lord Vishnu. And these are the beautiful activities of Lord Krishna. Distilling the makhan, butter, and he is taking care of the cows and calves. So beautifully, he's playing with their friends and he's taking the teacher. He is all knowledgeable, but still he has taken the teacher because he want to give an example. The teacher is very important in their life. Whoever come to this material world always have to take a teacher. Even if Krishna knows everything, he is the source of all knowledge, still he has taken the teacher. That means everybody should take a teacher to have proper knowledge. That is the knowledge given by Krishna. So beautiful pastime of Krishna. Okay. Yeah, so this is already, yesterday we have seen one video. Can anybody tell who is this person? Who is this person? Yesterday we have, we have seen a beautiful video yesterday.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes,
It is Sudama who is
yes, very good. So he's Sudama, he's friend of the Krishna. He's a Brahmin, but he became very poor. He was very poor, and once his wife told that you just meet Krishna because he's the Dwarkades. Okay, he is a king, so he can help you. And he went there with a little bit poha. Poha means flaked rice, and Krishna liking the flaked rice very much. And he went, and the girls were not allowing. After that, Krishna saw him, and he came directly, and he has taken him inside, and he washed the feet of Sudama and given everything. But Sudama could not tell that I came here for some financial assistance. But Krishna knows everything. He went up And after reaching the house, he saw everything has been changed. How their house is full of wealth, and his wife and children are very good dresses. Okay, so he got surprised and he praised the Krishna because he is the Supreme Personality Godhead. Without asking also, he will give everything to us. Yes, somebody read this.
Hare
Yes.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes.
A person who accepts the path of devotional service is not bereft of the result arrived from studying the devas performing
Veda. Austere sacrifices. Okay.
sacrifices, giving charity, or crushing
Philosophical and
fruitive activities. At
yes,
the end, he reaches the supreme
abode. Yeah.
abode.
So what happened? Normally people think that we'll read Veda and we'll get lot of punya. Yes. If you read Veda, Veda tells us how to stay in this material world happily. That is the main purpose of Veda. So that means the ultimate aim of the Veda is to go to the heaven. Because if you do all the punya karma, you will go to heaven. Okay, so now Krishna is telling us to not to do punya karma. He is telling us to do the spiritual work, the devotional service. That means if you do the devotional service, you will go to Krishna lok or spiritual world, not to the heaven. That is our ultimate aim, ultimate goal. So some people may think that if you do Veda, if you read Veda, we can get lot of punya. But after doing devotional service, whether we will get punya, Krishna is telling yes. If you are doing devotional service, you will get the same punya whatever you are getting from the reading of Vedas, studying of Vedas. That also you will get. At the same time, you will reach the supreme abode of Lord Krishna. So it is the double benefit. Okay. So that is the reason Krishna tells you read Bhagavad Gita and practice spirituality, devotional service. So this is a chart you can see here. This is called Goloka chart. Again, this chart has been described in Brahma Samhita. After 100 years of meditation, you could able to see. So this is our material world, and above this is the spiritual world. Okay, so you can see material world is very small, 1/4, and the spiritual world is 3/4. And here, so in the spiritual world, you can see two abode. One is called Haridham or Vaikuntha Lok, and that is Krishna Lok or Golok Vrindavan. So these two are abode of Krishna, but in different forms. This is the house of Krishna, Golok Vrindavan. Here Radha Krishna will be there. This is the office of Krishna. This is the Haridham or Vaikuntha Lok, where Krishna is there in the form of Narayana, Lakshmi and Narayana. Okay, so it's very big, 3/4 of total world. The material world is small. Here you can see this is the Mahavishnu. From the Mahavishnu, core of the Mahavishnu, crores and crores of universe will come out. Okay, so and we are in one of the universe. In one universe, you can see this is the highest loka Brahmadev, Brahmalok. So that means Swargalok is here somewhere. Bhur Bhuva Soha Swargalok. Okay, so that means we are. You can see here Swargalok and the spiritual world. There is a huge difference. Because many Vedic literature, they could not differentiate between the Swargalok and the spiritual world. This has been described in very few Vedic literature, and Bhagavad Gita is one of them. That is the reason Bhagavad Gita is the ABCD of all spirituality. At the same time, it gives the highest philosophy of the religion and highest philosophy of the dharma, because it tells about the spiritual world. So this is our ultimate dharma in Kali Yuga, to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Iti Sodasak Nama, Kali Kalmasnasana. This 16 name will destroy all the sin of Kali Yuga, which has been confirmed by Brahmadev. Okay, so I think this is all about the chapter. We'll take the questions.